safety car, and the strategy will be messed up because they would need to pit for hards and all the drivers mediums or mediums. But yeah, Prism is ready. All the drivers trying to improve, optimize his race strategy with his fuel and everything on it. So every driver is ready. 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. Let's see what's that and sliders, and away we go. A little bit book for one of the drivers. So oh, that's a photo so light, and it's Prism gets P1 on the first lap. Menchiev trying to overtake Lazy. Can he get it? Oh, that's wind damage for Menchiev that was trying to overtake Lazy. Hank that's going to overtake the Guardian, and now it's Prism on P1 after a really good start. Sambo that has lost his pole position, but now this is as Monaco. Sambo versus Prism. Lazy that remains third, and it's silver. That's have really big front wing damage. This is gonna be safety car. His full front wing damage off. Now going to the castle, really close. Could he get Son? He can really close section right here. Hope anyone DNFs. So here we'll see the strategies. One driver, every driver said no sub to see, but now it's as we said, it's just silver starting on the oh, and that's both Alpha Towers collide, and that's the Guardian front wing flying for here, and it's a safety car, and it's the Guardian that's not DNFing. That's a miracle. He just go into the barrier at high speed with no front wing. That collide was, let's see if any of the two drivers reporting. That's really unfortunate for the Guardian that's got full front wing damage. Missy has also front wing damage. A lot of front wing damage here. And that's Prism. That's the safety car going out, and Prism with a penalty of 3 seconds. And this is getting more similar to Monaco. Let's hope Prism doesn't get any front wing damage. Yellow flag in third sector. Let's see what happened. Alpha Service double stacking the cars, and now it's Silvers could get one position up, and that's what happened. And we can see Prism trying to go to make Sambo to get that distance over a second for DRS purposes. Again, this oh, and that's Garen going slowly. Could he get? No, he's not. After damage, another yellow flag in sector 2. Let's see, because there's a lot of yellow flags here. Just 8 drivers, no DNFs yet. So let's see what happened. Sam 6 tenths away of Prism, technically 2.4 seconds in front because of the penalty. Next lap will be DRS available, but Sam trying to get as fast as he can. That's gonna get really close. Can he pass? He can. Oh, the white in the first corner. Given space, and that's Prism still P1. Sam is much quicker, or a little bit quicker than Prism, and now with DRS could be a whole different story for Prism that could lose his first position again by the same man. Really close, almost clipping into the back part of the Alfa Romeo to Bruno. That's Menchiev overtaking Hank. Lost position. So let's see. Distance remain more or less the same. 7/10 now between Sam and Prism. That gets into the castle section. Let's see what can happen here. Both drivers taking everything carefully for no damage. 1 second and 1/10 between both drivers. Sam, as it stays with not half DRS on the next lap. But let's see if he can cut some time on Prism. In onto the last corner of the second sector, and now it's all throttle, full throttle, getting into these really fast corners onto the main straight. He doesn't have DRS, so he probably can't keep. It's like Prism going really slow. Yeah, Prism is speeding, probably for mediums.
Does he have wing damage?
No,
he doesn't have wing damage.
He doesn't.
He's just going on to mediums.
He's trying to get the just to defend from there, and that's Bill Silver DNFing. There's not going to be.
No.
Yes, at safety car. Safety car out.
That is a crash at the castle section.
Yeah.
Did he pull a Charles Leclerc? We will
Exactly.
have to
see.
So
It's going. Prism is going now. Everyone it's gonna stop, except from Prism that stopped 1 lap earlier. He should, but he will stay first, or he will not. There's 13 seconds between him and Sam, so let's see what happens. It's gonna be really stressing. Now Prism has paid off his penalty. He has no penalty left. And let's see what happens. Get into the castle section. Sam, Lazy behind. That will stay probably third after Prism gets after he stops. Now he's going to stop. I think Chief is already stopped, so he's not gonna pit again. But now this is interesting. So Silver DNFing again. That's quite unlucky for him. We don't know what happened. But, yeah. So now 12 seconds remains between Sam and Prism. I'm gonna try to the undercut didn't work as he thought because of the safety car, but he could stay in the lead. Let's see. Sam pitting for probably mediums as Lacy does. The Guardian penalty with a drive-through for overtaking the safety car. That's Sam pitting. Let's see, doesn't stop. So let's see Prism. Prism is stopping again.
Oh, as we saw, Guardian has got a lot of wing damage now. He had a big contact with the wall just then.
So what happened is not good. He's stopping for mediums. What happened to Prism? Why did he stop again? Oh, he probably got a drive-through penalty. We need to pay it. No, because he left. No, because he changed tires with. We need to talk with him after the race to talk with what happened. So now he stays P4. Main Chief goes into P3. So Lacy now P2. He could get his first win if he could. Sam, it's gonna be hard for him because Sam is really, really fast. But let's see what happens here. Safety car going slowly. All drivers still pitting right now. Everyone is on medium tires. So let's see. Safety car that will stay a few more laps. Probably. But so this safety car changed everything in race. Lacy and Prism getting closer. the safety car, and that's main chief also almost overtaking Lazy and the safety car. That was really dangerous for him. Yeah. And AlphaTauri and Hank trying to get closer also to the safety car. Hank is almost there, trying to. So this is gonna be fun to watch. Definitely. Now Sam trying to get his tires as hot as he can on the main straight. Probably safety car will live on this lap, so everyone needs to be focused on the restart. It's also the scenes. So yeah. The warden needs to pay. Oh, and that's Sam also almost overtaking safety car. He needs to be really careful, because any mistake with the safety car, any collision, will result in a penalty. So he needs to be careful. Ooh, almost crashing that too. And now also, like, really, drivers are really stacking between them. This could result in some front wing damage for some of them. And now in the restart, everything could change. So let's see. Let's Prism. Safety car getting into the castle as everyone follows him. The second AlphaTauri, the Guardian, is trying to keep up. Main Chief and Prism too wide on that corner. So now everything's ready for the restart. Safety car that it's gonna probably live on this lap.
Guardian has now caught up to the track.
Exactly, yep. But he needs to pay his drive-through penalty for overtaking the safety car when he shouldn't. So now the safety car is in this lap, Sam. That reduces speed, and that's a crash between Lazy and Main, and between Prism and Hank. Both.
Guys, everyone except from Sam has now got
That's
time penalty.
Really.
Oh my god.
That's
5 drivers now with 5-second time penalties.
Look at that. All drivers, almost all drivers with time penalties and front wing damage. This is gonna be really hard to if Sam loses this race. It's gonna be really disappointed with himself, because he's the only driver that doesn't got any penalties. And now that's Prism, Main Chief, and Lazy.
Oh, that's a big crash. The Mercedes off. Main Chief is now on the escape road. That's a massive crash between.
And that's probably unsafe re-entry into the track from Lazy when the Guardian was behind him. God. He could also get a penalty for that. There's gonna be a lot of reports on that crash. Let's see. Lazy has lost all his podium opportunities, but now Hank is on to 3rd position. He should get his first podium in this league, in his 2nd race. But now Mystic also wants that podium position. All drivers now trying to keep up with them. And that's Mystic getting more front wing damage. Another crash with Hank. Now Sam and Prism are the more likely drivers to finish P1 and P2. And that's Hank crashing into the wall. Mystic, it's gonna get P3 finally. But has Lazy, and that's go. That's Lazy.
Oh my god, that's a massive
Lazy
in
the castle section, and that's massive.
Hank and Main Chief are stuck.
So that's the Guardian also DNFing. That's really unsafe.
Oh no!
Lot of traffic.
Hank
not a safety car.
For a collision with
that's
Guardian.
not a safety car. no front wing damage for Hank.
No.
Main shift in 4th right now. With no front wing either.
Oh no.
This race is completely chaos. Oh my goodness
This
gracious.
is now worse than Monaco.
Yeah, I've told that tier 1 race was much chaos in Azerbaijan than it was in Monaco. And as it remains, tier 2 race is also going to get completely. So Mystic Mine, Prism and Sam.
This is more the tier 2 Azerbaijan is got more chaos than tier 1 did with about 10 less drivers.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Wow.
This race has got everything. Mystic Mine that has changed his front wing as Main is gonna do, and Hank in few seconds. So probably the podium will be really likely Sam in first place, Prism in second, and Mystic in third. But now Prism trying to get first position from Sam, even though he has a 5-second time penalty for crashing under safety car. There will be a lot of drivers supporting some crashes onto the safety car, and after the safety car it's been a madness. So let's see, has left session, and now 5 drivers left, same as in Monaco.
And there are big gaps in between.
Yeah, really big gaps.
Once again, same as Monaco, Prism and Sam are having a battle.
Yeah. So now Prism will get DRS in the next lap probably, because so we should there will be a lot of driver reporting that crashes, and
If
probably
they were recording.
so now DRS is open. It's a little bit wide from Prism. So now Sam, it's gonna need to defend from Prism. Let's see how well can he do. Prism open DRS, and now it's gonna get closer and closer from the Renault, but he can't get really close. But let's see for Sam, it's now literally the race, just 4 laps left, and now Sam is really likely to win the race, his second race of the day. Ooh, that was a corner coming for Sam, probably get onto the castle section right now. Oh, and that's front wing damage for Prism on the castle section. This completely destroys his opportunities for finishing, for winning the race, if there was any. So now he probably will pit again for new front wing, because his battle with Sam is probably over. I don't know who has the fastest lap. Let's see.
Fastest lap is currently Main Chiefs.
Yeah, so Sam, Prism could stop for softs and try to get fastest lap for an extra point on the
But
drive.
he will have to service the 5-second time penalty, but it won't matter because Mystic is 43 seconds behind him.
That's what I'm talking about. So now, Sam, first place. Prism P2. Mystic, that's gonna get his first podium here in this racing league. Main Chief that could get even P2. He's gonna probably finish on to P4, but he's ooh, that's almost more front wing damage for Prism. Let's be careful. Main Chief that's improved his first lap of the race with a fun 142, and he's gonna start to cutting the time between him and Mystic Mime. Mystic Mime, he could even get a podium if he's quick enough. But I don't think so. Now Prism going down. 3 laps left on the race. Let's see what happens. So there's already reports here on the Discord. Will
Lousy has sent a report into instant reports that will be discussed about after the race by FIA.
Now Prism, gap between Prism and Sam getting wider and wider. So Prism is gonna remain in P2, Mystic probably in P3 because Chief isn't getting that close to him. And Hank is gonna finish again in P5. Good points for Renault here. It's gonna extend his difference between P2, probably because it's one of the 2 teams that only have 2 drivers in. So yeah.
I don't think Prism is going to hit.
I don't think so. If Prism didn't stop with no front wheel in Monaco, he's not going to stop a little bit in Azerbaijan. So yeah, that was really strange race. Lots of incidents after the safety car. Everyone got a penalty. That was really funny and really strange. But
Yes, it was.
Now entering the 12th lap of the race, just 2 more to go to the finish line. Sam is gonna get his 2nd win of the race, his 5th win here in this racing league. Prism again being unlucky with that penalty in the safety car. Gonna get P2 this time instead of P3. A Mystic Mime is gonna get P3 again. Yeah, first podium for Alpha Tower drive probably. I don't know, because the Warren hasn't finished in the podium ever, so he's probably first Alpha Tower podium this season. We're almost going to get in the last lap of the race. Let's see how can Sam extend his gap between him and Prism. That's not going to be any relevant, but it's gonna be fun to watch how Sam will go up. Prism late. Mystic Mine going into the castle section. Main shift that's going the gap between him and Mystic Mime is going wider and wider. Alright. And Hank, that's going to get some points for the team. That's what matters. Sam. But Sam, 5 seconds between him and Prism. Last corners of the race. And the British driver is gonna get again his P1 on race. 5.3 seconds between him and Prism. Mystic also gap going. Oh, it's actually Mystic and Prism gap is going smaller, but it's 39 seconds between him and Prism, so it's not going to do much there. Now going into the last sector of the race, Sam Bo that's gonna get his second win of today. 2 out of 2 for him. Really good performance for him. No mistakes. He could be a little bit lucky with some things, but after all, amazing drive for him in all the aspects. He's gonna take the win here at Baku, Azerbaijan's main city. Last main straight, last lap. He's gonna end. And it's Sam getting P1 again today. Second time we see this driver finishing first position. Prism getting P2 after a hard race for him. And Mr. Clown that will show up in 20 seconds more or less in the finish line to get his first podium here in the racing league. Mainshift that's not going to catch up Mystic Mine. And that's in the last corner. Mystic Mine gets his third position, and Mainshift will arrive in fourth for that 12 points.
Mystic Mine to finish off the podium.
That's Mainshift ending just hang left. That's
Mainshift for the fastest
Mainshift.
lap.
No, he got Mainshift the fastest lap, so it's an extra point. So now it's just
down,
Hank left or N getting the last corner. He could have the podium there, but he crashed out and he's a little bit damaged there. Front wing doesn't matter. He's gonna finish P5 here. More than 10 seconds between each driver. That's crazy.
That was great racing from some
really
people.
Good racing. Birthdays for Mystic Mind. And
yeah.
so there it is. Renault team that gets again first position. That was a really good race for some good driver. So what's Mystic Mind flag? Very good flag. But yeah. So that's Azerbaijan here. Last race of the day. So yeah. It was quite fun. Are we getting any interviews? Just for the
I will see.